A girl, a beautiful girl, marries an average looking man. Why? Because she was fed up with her family's problem. A person chooses a bad hostel after problems in the previous hostel grew so worse. There was problem with the water. He received water of drains. He got sick, and finally he had to move to new hostel, which was not so good. But he chose it, thinking it's way better. We spent extra 3,000 rupees on seat cover, or 1 lakh rupees on the interiors of the car, when the car is already 10 to 12 lakh rupees. We won't be spending 1 lakh rupees on our home. Everything is related. Day 49, The Art of Thinking Clearly by the great Rolf Dobelli. Today, Rolf Dobelli talks about the contrast effect. It is widely used in advertisement. It is widely used in sales. If I talk about my experience, when I was going to look for spectacles and the shopkeeper had shown me not one specs but 2 specs at a time, not even 3 but 2. One of the specs was very expensive, unaffordable for back then when I was a student. The other spec was good looking, was priced well. Naturally, I rejected the first one, the expensive one, and chose the second. It was a wonderful sales technique. Rolf Dobelli also talks about the same. And he says, we humans have a problem, an ingrained problem of choosing the absolute thing. We always need some contrast in order to make a decision better. And that's how that salesman of specs showed me 2 specs. We judge something as beautiful, expensive and large when we have ugly, cheap and small in front of us, because we work with contrast. Product A is of rupees 70 and product B, price tag is rupees 100. When the shopkeeper agrees to sell it at rupees 70, the product B, you value it more, right? Because contrast. It was high price and you made it to rupees 70. Finally, Rolf Dobelli says, we must be very shrewd in using the contrast effect, because now we know the human psychology works on contrast. We must use it to our advantage. When we are going for a date, according to Rolf Dobelli, either we should go alone or we should choose 2 ugly of friends and go with them. Naturally, we will be better off, and our chances of success would improve. Never ever go with a supermodel friend, is what Ralph Dobelli says. Day 49, Art of Thinking Clearly. Today we learned about the contrast effect. Thank you.